What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Living Freed channel. My name is Tyler Freed, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I chose truck driving as a long-term career. And the reason I'm going to be talking about this is very simple. I got a comment in one of my last videos. A guy asked me whether or not he should quit going to college or through college and become a truck driver. And I'm going to answer that question by telling you why I chose to become a truck driver, why I chose this industry as my path to achieving my dreams, just to be honest with you. And if you're new to the channel, though, I appreciate you for clicking on the video. Please like the video, stay tuned till the end of the video so you can get the entire point. Also, check out more of my other videos that'll be popping up at the end of this one. Follow me on Instagram. The link to that is in the description below. And I'm going to get right into it. So why I chose truck driving, the reason I'm going to answer it in this way is because maybe me telling you why I chose this career is the best way to answer this question. And I can also talk about like the pros and cons, why you shouldn't do it, because again, this is not a path for everybody, just like becoming a lawyer is not a path for everybody. No career is one size fits all. There's no path one size fits all. There's all different walks of life. There's people that are interested in different things. So just because I talk a lot about trucking and this industry, it's not because I think it's the only way to make a lot of money or the only way to achieve financial freedom like I talk about in all my other videos. I talk about it because it's my path. There's people that watch my videos that aren't even in truck driving, and they listen to a lot of the personal finance stuff I talk about. There's people that are looking at career changes, and they watch me for that. There's people that are just entertained by the video. So it's YouTube, right? But see, people get caught up in what someone does as to like maybe they have to do what that person's doing. I watch a lot of people, I read a lot of books about people who are in entirely different industries than me, and I learn a ton from them. Just because this person's in real estate and I'm reading a book about him and he's wealthy and he got wealthy in real estate, that doesn't mean I have to go do that in real estate. I could be just as successful in truck driving in this industry as that guy is in real estate, right? And that goes for every single field. So I just want to be clear about that. Like, if you're asking me whether you should quit going to college or get into truck driving, that tells me that you're in college for no reason. Because if you were in college and you were studying to become a CPA, an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, you know, something specialized, something to where you're learning a skill that is marketable and you can make a lot of money in and you can grow in that career, then I would say as long as you're specializing and you're going to college for a specific reason, why would you quit doing that? If that's something you're passionate about, if it's something you know you're going to stick with. See, me, I chose truck driving because I love to travel. I love being in a business, being at a job where I'm not micromanaged. I love the fact that in this industry, you can start your own business. You can grow your own business. As long as you're smart with your money, you save your money, you learn about the business side of this industry, man, you can grow a huge fleet. You can be a one-man show. You could be an owner-operator. You could be a company driver. And you can make six figures in all of those cases. You could even make millions in the trucking industry. If you stick with it long enough and you learn about the business of trucking, you can make millions. You really can. And what I love about truck driving is not only the potential to make a lot of money, but the potential to save and invest a lot of money outside of trucking. See, I started in trucking because I knew I wanted to make a lot of money with my job so that I could save and invest money. And in order to do that, you have to have a high income, low expenses, and the ability to save and invest. And so that's what I've done with truck driving. And I did that because I had a financial goal by the time I reached 35. Had I gone to college when I got into trucking, I'd still be in school right now. I would not have any money put away, or very little money put away. I would not have any money in the market at all, the stock market. I would not have any money in real estate. I wouldn't be set up to start my own business had I chose that path of going to college. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad idea to go to college, because trucking is not for everybody. I truly believe that if you want to be successful in trucking, there's going to be just as much sacrifice as there is going through a 4 or 5 year college degree. That's just the fact, because in order to go to the next level in this business, You can go in, you can get your CDL, you can get the training all you want, but eventually you're going to cap out as a company driver. And even I know that. I'm a company driver right now, and I know that eventually you just cap out. You can only get so many raises, you can only make so much money as a company driver, to where you have to go to that next level. And that's what I'm preparing to do. But that's why I chose trucking, because in this industry there is no cap on what you can make. As a company driver, there is. In most jobs, there's a cap. You have to eventually go out and be entrepreneurial, start a business, and grow that business if you want to keep increasing your income. Well, that is exactly why I chose truck driving, because you can go out. There's always a need for trucking. In this industry, there's always a need for truck drivers, for small carriers, large carriers, mid-sized carriers. There's always a need for this service, always. That'll never stop throughout the history of mankind until the world ends. So that is why I chose this business, because you can scale a trucking business. You can, as much work as you want to put in, that's how successful you'll be in trucking. That's what I love about trucking, is it tells you a lot about yourself. If you're lazy, you'll be average. If you're a go-getter, you can make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in this business. That's why I chose it. Yes, I am after financial freedom. That is why I chose truck driving, because I knew I was going to go in my first year. I was going to make between 50 and 70,000 a year, and then once I hit that year of experience, I'd maybe make 80, 90, and then once I got 2 years of experience, I started making six figures. I started training. I got a good job with Crete here, and then I'm going to keep progressing. And during that entire time, I've been saving and investing over 50% of my income the entire time, racking up money in the stock market, having a large emergency fund. And that's not to brag. That's just to say that that is what truck driving has done for me. And I do plan on making an investment into my own business in the future. That is one of my goals. I've talked about that in prior videos a long time ago when I first started making this channel. And I haven't stopped thinking about or striving to achieve that goal. And so that is what I'm doing, man. I love the fact that even as a company driver, you are left alone most of the time. Now, some companies do micromanage, but if you have more than a year experience, it doesn't really matter, because you can just leave and go to a company that doesn't micromanage. It's that simple. You have a CDL, so just leave. If the company's bad, you're not getting the miles, leave. That's what I love about it. If you have a Class A CDL with a year or more of experience, man, you have job autonomy. You can move, you have flexibility. You'll always have a job too, because experienced drivers are sought after. You're always going to have the ability to, at least at the bare minimum, make 80,000 plus a year if you fail in the business side. Think about that. Like, what's the worst case scenario in trucking? Well, you go buy a truck, buy a trailer, become an owner operator, you fail. You can still drive a truck local, be home every night, make good money. Drive over the road, regional, whatever it is. There's so many options in trucking. You can live anywhere in the country. That's also what I love. Like, eventually, my family and I, we want to move to Arizona. And that's probably going to take a couple more years. But eventually we can, because guess what? In trucking, you can live anywhere in the country. These trucks are on wheels, right? So you can drive anywhere. As long as you can drive there, you can get there and you can live there. That's the beautiful thing about this industry that I love so much. So there's just so many things about it. But look, if you're somebody who doesn't like being away from home, you're somebody that doesn't want to work 70 hours plus a week, if you're somebody who likes work-life balance, then trucking is not for you. Because yeah, you'll make okay money if you want work-life balance, but to really make the big money in trucking, or really in any business, not just truck driving, you got to work way more than 40 hours a week. That's nothing. I mean, that's nothing. You're not going to build or create financial freedom working 40 hours a week. It's not going to happen. You'll be comfortable, but you're not going to have financial freedom doing that. You've got to work a lot more hours than that, and that's just the truth. That's just the truth. So I don't know. My answer to that question is, ask yourself what you really want. I really wanted to be financially free, meaning I can live off the income my assets produce by the time I'm 35 years old, to where I can quit working a job, or I'm not in need of a job. I'm not going to say I'm going to retire at 35, but I can work on the things that I'm truly passionate about. And that's because I have passive income paying me, and that supports my lifestyle. It supports my family. By 35, I'm 28 years old right now, and I've got 7 more years to accomplish that goal. I think I'm going to achieve that goal. I think I'm even going to surpass that goal. And I've done that with truck driving. But I had a plan coming in. If you're not going to have a plan coming into trucking, then don't do it. Don't do it. If you're not willing to hustle, don't do it. If you're not willing to sacrifice time, don't do it. That's what I will say about truck driving. Do not do it. It will not be worth it if you are not mentally tough, if you cannot take being away from home, if you cannot take the bad days with the good days, because not all days are good days in trucking. They're not. But if you have that long-term vision, that long-term achievement, that long-term goal that you're trying to achieve, and you actually lay a foundation to achieve it, and you actually work the plan, not just make a plan. I talk a lot about on my channel making a plan before you get in, but you have to execute on the plan. You got to do it, and doing it is what's hard. Making a plan is pretty easy, but actually following through and doing it, that's what's very hard. So I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know, but this is for everybody. This is not just the guy that commented. And I don't know if you're in college right now. Okay, well, whatever you're studying to become, is it specialized? Can you make a lot of money in that business? Can you start your own business? Can you become an entrepreneur with that path? If you can, then maybe don't get into trucking. There's many different paths. Like I said, I love the travel. I love the ability to, even as a company driver, be somewhat self-employed. You pretty much are. You're left alone. As long as you get the loads there on time, you don't hit anything, you're good. You're left alone. So I love this business. I'm going to keep doing this business. I'm going to keep sharing my journey in this business, and I hope everybody stays tuned for that. Looks like I'm about to be loaded right now. So yeah, anyway, God bless. I hope everyone's having a great day, and peace out.